I started trading Forex 3 years ago and I made a lot of mistakes. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of these things that I wish I knew at the beginning of my journey so I can help you guys out. So hey, my name is Winnie and I make videos on trading Forex for beginners. So let's get started. So we're going to talk about this topic by dividing it into two sections. So we're going to talk about the do's and we're going to talk about the don'ts. So let's start with the don'ts. The first don't rush the process. I know it's cliche, but it's actually true, especially in Forex. So you're seeing the houses, you're seeing the cars, you're seeing the stacks of cash, and you're thinking, okay, I want that lifestyle. But again, you need to realize that that's social media, okay? If it's actually true, because social media is full of, some characters. But so if it's actually true that this person is living this lifestyle because it's social media, you need to realize that this person has already put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to that level. So having that information, putting that information in context, realize where you're at right now. If you're just starting out in your journey, realize that you will have to put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to that level. Forex is not a get rich scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it's an effort, it's a skill that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to build. But trust me, when you get it, that things are going to work out for you, okay? So number 2, don't open a live account. I know that may seem confusing because on one hand, you're being told that you need to have some skin in the game. You need to experience the losses and the wins that you need to experience the emotions that you get from winning and losing trades. Now, I agree with that philosophy, but at the beginning of your journey, when you're just starting out, I think you need to first, I believe that you should first learn the trading strategy and you need to have a trading plan. Now, I'm talking from experience. Now, I didn't know the difference between a strategy and a trading plan. And I put in my money and I ended up losing 50% of that initial capital. Now I got lucky because a lot of people end up blowing their accounts. So please guys, don't rush the process. Learn the skill first. Understand what your strategy understand how your trading strategy performs. After you get into the live markets, now then you can have some skin in the game. But be patient, don't rush it. The markets are going to open tomorrow unless it's a weekend or the world is ending, So number 3, don't jump from one strategy to another. Now you are on YouTube and you get this strategy and you decide to test it in the live markets. So be excited, you put on the first trade, it loses. The second one loses, the third one loses. And you say, okay, this strategy doesn't work. Clearly, so you move on to another one, you learn another strategy, then you repeat the same process. Now you do this over and over and over again, and you're choosing and you're like chasing a strategy that's going to give you a 100% win rate. Now if you continue in this process, you'll find that you'll just be running in circles. Okay, so Confucius said, he who chases 2 rabbits catches none. So you need to make a choice, okay? That this is the strategy that I'm going to choose. This is the strategy that I'm going to really, really work on, understand before I execute on the live markets. Now, by doing this, at least you'll have some leeway. You're going to get ahead in the process. Now, this is going to be super controversial, but now the last point: don't buy signals. Don't. Okay, I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but hear me out, okay? Guys, I want to do right by you. I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes that I did, because I did fall for that and I bought signals and it didn't really get me far. Now, someone is going to tell you, how about you make money? How about you make money without investing the countless hours that's involved in trading, in learning how to trade Forex? Okay, now I have 2 problems with this. The first problem is, what happens if this person decides tomorrow that, I've made a lot of money, I'm just going to retire, I'm going to close down all the websites, all the Telegram groups, all the WhatsApp groups. What happens to you then? Okay, now that will be a tricky situation. Now guys, you need, for me, okay, how I would advise you guys, learn the skill. Okay, it's a lifelong skill that's going to pay dividends for years and years and years to come. You're not depending on anyone, okay? You're not depending your future. You haven't placed your future on someone else's hands, okay? You have taken that control. Now there's a sense of pride and accomplishment that you get by doing things on your own. Like you know that you did it, like you took initiative and you put in the hours, you put in the efforts to learn this skill, and now it's paying off. There's a satisfaction that comes from that, and I want that for you guys, okay? The second problem that I have with signals is you're going to be taking trades based on someone else's system. Now, if they tell you to buy or sell a certain currency at this price, alafu you take a 50 pip stop. What you may not realize at this point is perhaps your trading capital is not enough for you to take such risk, okay? Now, if their system ends up getting into a drawdown where they're just losing one trade after the other, you're more likely to blow your account, okay? So invest, be patient with the process. Going back to the first point, be patient with the process. Understand that's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of effort, but it's going to pay off, okay? Trust the process. Now, we have talked about all the don'ts. Now let's go to what do you actually do? So these are my suggestions. So the first do, understand your situation, okay? We are people from different backgrounds. Someone is employed in a 9-to-5, someone else has enough time to be taking trades during the day. Another person has a higher propensity of risk, they love taking risks, and another person is conservative. So understanding your own situation, understanding the kind of person that you are, will help you develop a system that aligns with your personality, okay? Now, for example, if you are in a 9-to-5 job, taking a day trading strategy where you need to take and leave trades within the day may not work for you, because again, during that time you're stuck at work, okay? So in that case, having a swing trading strategy might actually work for you, where you focus on higher time frames as opposed to the lower time frames. So, and don't worry about these terms, we are going to talk about them in the future videos. So the second do is invest in your time and your education. So I'm going to discuss this point in two ways. Let's say you don't have enough to purchase a good trading course, okay? There's YouTube University. There's a lot of content that's posted by different traders that you can learn. You can start understanding the basics and the dynamics of the Forex market in this way. Now, I won't lie to you, there are certain challenges if you decide to go in this way. The first challenge is that there are thousands of traders on YouTube, and they all have their different ways of trading. Now, this can be confusing, especially for a beginner. So you get one trader who says, do this, and you find another trader who tells you, actually don't do that. Now that can be confusing, okay? So if you decide to take this path, the best thing that I can advise is for you to find one trader who you resonate with, that you like their trading style, that you like how they approach the market, and follow their content, first of all, exclusively. This will help provide like a good foundation for you to get to understand what the Forex market involves and it entails. Alafu, when you have that basic knowledge, that basic information, then you can start venturing out to see what other traders think about the markets. And in that way, you're going to be able to start building your system like one step after another. I won't lie to you that this path is going to take a bit longer before you start becoming profitable, okay? But again, you have to do with what you have. So the second path that you can choose is to invest in a trading course. If you have some cash, by all means do it, but you need to be informed that there's a lot of trashy courses out here that people generally make money selling content that is freely available on the internet. You need to be aware of that. Now, the one thing that I like about trading courses is, especially for beginners, is you get like a systematic way of learning. Now they're going to take you from this step to another, to another, to another, to a more advanced level where you're able to start learning about the trading strategy. They teach you about psychology, they teach you about backtesting, all that stuff. So now the thing is, I don't have any trading courses or signals to sell to you guys, but I'm basically just sharing what has worked for me in the past, and yeah, take it. I hope you're able to do your due diligence on the information that I share here, and I wish you all the best. Yeah. The last point, backtest. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Now, backtesting is simply going through past data to understand the performance of your trading strategy. Now, backtesting has this magic behind it. I didn't know this information as I was starting out, because I used to find it so boring and so time consuming. But now that I'm able to do that on a consistent basis, I've been able to see like the magic, to put it simply, of what it can bring or what it can do to your performance, to your trading performance. Now, from my experience, I have found that backtesting helps me understand my trading strategies better. Now, going through past data, I've been able to find certain patterns that occur over and over and over again, and these have helped me like develop my own trading strategies. Okay, now that I wouldn't have been able to achieve that without having tested this data, this information based on that trading strategy. And the more important point with backtesting is that it gives you confidence. It gives you confidence in your trading system. Now, let's say, for example, that you have lost 4 trades in a row. Any person would be like, will start questioning, does this strategy really work? Okay? Now, let's say you had backtested all this data for like 3 years, let's say from 2018 to 2020 data, and you found that the maximum number of losses the strategy is going to lose one after the other is 4. There are 4 trades that you're going to lose continuously. Now, with that information, and you have already lost 4 trades in a row, then you'll be able to have that confidence knowing that, the win is just around the corner. So you keep at it. Now, that's what backtesting can do for you. So I said it from the start that I am no guru. What I'm simply doing rather is to share my experience from my trading journey. And I really, really hope that the information that I've shared in this video is going to be of help to you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider doing so. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much and take care.